What's going on, Vault Dwellers? This is Top Ranking Noob back at it with another helpful video for Fallout 76. Today I'm going to show you several locations where we can find those awesome bobbleheads, and along the way I also found a cool minigun that I'm unfortunately too low of a level to equip, and a cap stash, so stay tuned for all of that as well. Also, if you find this video helpful, make sure that you smash that subscribe button, give me the finger, and hit that bell so you're the first to be notified anytime I do new uploads. Alright everybody, let's get started. Now, since we're going to be running around the wastelands looking for bobbleheads, I highly recommend equipping this perk card, the Perceptive Bobble. What this does is anytime we're within range of a bobblehead, you'll start hearing this clicking noise. And since we're on the topic of perk cards, let's talk about the Curator perk card. This allows the benefits of the bobblehead to last twice as long. So as you pick up the bobblehead, it's not consumed immediately. It goes into your inventory and you can use it anytime you want. All of the bobbleheads only last 1 hour, but with this perk card it's going to last a total of 2 hours. And that is an impressive buff. One more thing worth noting is that bobbleheads do not stack on top of each other. So in other words, you can only use one at a time. I'm going to try using Explosive, Lockpicking, and Unarmed right now. And if we go into my stats, you can see that only the Unarmed is currently active, because that's the last bobblehead I consumed. So only use one bobblehead at a time, otherwise they just go to waste. So the first place we want to go to is called the Voltech Agricultural Research Center. I say we should go here first because if you're following the Overseer questline, this is going to be in the very first town we come across. Not only that, but there's actually 2 bobbleheads inside this research center, so 2 for the price of 1. When we first get into the door of the research center, we're going to hang a hard right. Inside the bathroom, we got the urinals here, and we got this first bobblehead giving us a good old American salute. This is going to be a perception bobblehead, which is going to give us +2 perception for 1 hour. Unless we got that Curator perk card, in which case we'll get 2. As I fast travel up here to the second floor of the staircase, the first door on the left is going to have a lot of filing cabinets all beat up and scattered around the room. Got Mr. Handy here that's not always going to be there, desk. And right in the middle, we're going to have this file cabinet drawer sitting out in the open. Let's get rid of this fan. And this is where we got our second bobblehead. This is a leader bobblehead, and it's going to give us 5% extra XP for an hour. Now this is really cool because, like I said, this is the first town we came across after getting out of the vault. And with this, we're going to have 5% XP for an hour, or 2 hours if you got that Curator. That is awesome. Our next stop is a place called Horizon's Rest. And what this is it's a downed airplane just to the west of the Agricultural Center. There are going to be some super mutants in the area. They're not too difficult, relatively low level, so just come prepared for that. As we go into the back of the downed airplane and get into the cockpit, our bobblehead is going to be right on the floor between these 2 seats. This is an intelligence bobblehead, and this is going to give us +2 intelligence for the hour. So here's Horizon's Rest, just to the west, and we got our intelligence bobblehead right here. Our next stop is going to be a place called Poseidon's Energy Plant. This is going to have a few different things. So of course it's going to have our bobblehead, but I also picked up a hazmat suit and a minigun at this location. As we climb to the roof of the Poseidon Energy Plant, there's going to be this little cubicle office thing going on here. And there is the hazmat suit, along with some other stuff. I found a recipe in here as well. So since we're here, we might as well just pick that up. And the hazmat suit, why not? And as we keep climbing up the catwalk, we're going to get to a few more low-level Scorched, but nothing we can't handle at this point. Up at the very top of this catwalk is where we're going to find our bobblehead, and he's chilling here on the boxes. This is going to be an unarmed bobblehead, and the unarmed bobblehead is going to give us an extra 25% damage whenever we're attacking enemies unarmed. Also worth noting is this is where I found the minigun as well. The first time I came up here, I did not find the bobblehead, so I did a server jump. But the first time I did come up here, I got rewarded with this awesome minigun. Unfortunately, it was level 35, so I'm about 10 levels below what I need to be in order to equip it. But it's still nice to know where I can find this when I'm ready. Next stop is the Tyler County Fair, and on the map it says Big Ferris Wheel just northwest of Vault 76. So it's not very difficult to get here. When you first arrive, there's going to be this metal shack that's kind of greenish in color, and it's filled with all these Halloween goodies. Right on the table is going to be an explosive bobblehead. It's going to give us an additional 30 damage with our explosive weapons like grenades, rocket launchers, and things of that nature. There's level 1 to level 6 scorched here. Nothing we can't handle. Okay, cars do explode if you shoot them. But yeah, very low level scorched here, so it's not very difficult. You can get this pretty early on in the game if you want. So the next location we're going to go to is Silva House. This is just to the west of Poseidon's power plant, so you could actually come here earlier if you want to. There's this little silo with a shack built into the side, and right as you go into the silo shack place, there's going to be a bobblehead here on this desk. This is for lock picking, and what this is going to do is it's going to make our sweet spot on lock picking 30% bigger. So again, this is at Silva's house, fairly close to Poseidon's power plant. And as an added bonus, since you're here in the area, if you go just a little bit to the west, there's another silo shack here that's got some power armor inside of it as well. Since we're in the area, it makes no sense to leave it behind. There's also some diseased cockroaches here, so be careful with those guys. In this case, it spawned a T-51, so this should be about level 30 in order to equip. But even if you can't equip it, you can always scrap it for some spare parts. Alright, so just south of Silva's house is the Nuka-Cola power plant, or the Nuka-Cola plant. There's going to be a few goodies here that we can come across, and again, this is right next to Poseidon's power plant. So as we make our way up to the roof, the first thing I did come across is this fusion power plant. As I spawned, it didn't actually have a fusion core inside of it. I didn't really feel like it was worth the server hop to find, but it's good to know that it's there. What I did find, though, is this little office that's locked. It's a fairly straightforward lock to pick. You just need to break one of your bobby pins first, and then hit the sweet spot. I probably would have gotten that easier if I just activated my bobblehead for lock picking. But when you go into the room, right here on the top of the desk is a cap stash location, so it never hurts to get some extra caps. And there's a safe in here with some weapons and some other goodies and some stim packs, just depending on what spawns we get. Now we're going to make our way inside the Nuka-Cola plant, and we're going to find the last bobblehead inside these little lockers. It's right next to this control room area. We go through the door and hang a left, and there's these little cubbies. This is going to be another unarmed bobblehead. So once again, this is going to give us 25% damage anytime we're doing unarmed melee combat. So that was it. That's all I found so far, but if I find more, I'll be sure to update this. If you guys found this video helpful, please help me out and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell if you want to be notified anytime I upload any more videos. Hey, I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you all next time.